Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about GameStop. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about GameStop. Should you invest in GameStop stock? $141. Is GameStop stock going to go through another short squeeze? And if it does, what's going to be the price target on it? So a lot of people have definitely been kind of eyeing GameStop over the last couple of months, kind of seeing what's kind of been happening with the stock. If you guys don't know, if we take a look at the 1 year chart, the stock was trading around $3 to $4 a share. And then we see this massive squeeze up here on January 27th of 2021. And a lot of people did contribute to a short squeeze. And then after this, the brokerages did limit trading altogether. Stock slowly started dropping once again, and then it made a huge spike back up and has kind of slowly been on the decline ever since. And a lot of people do kind of lead it to not many people are buying GameStop stock anymore. A lot of people who are still holding GameStop were people who bought it super early and are kind of waiting for another squeeze to be able to kind of rally through. And do I think another squeeze is possible with GameStop? Yes, I actually do think there is a possible squeeze chance with GameStop. I do think the stock still does have a decent amount of short squeeze. But if we take a look at the 1 week chart, the stock is actually down 23% of its value, but the 1 month chart, it's down 49% of its overall value, so it's dropped by over half. So this does make the investment side of GameStop pretty risky. I do see a lot more upside potential for GameStop in the coming weeks. If I know right now they are looking for a brand new CEO, if by all chances that GameStop appoints Ryan Cohen as their new CEO, I definitely could see the stock rallying back to its all-time highs, and I definitely could see the stock doing very, very well. But from a squeeze perspective, GameStop still does have that chance to go through a short squeeze. And if GameStop does go through a short squeeze, I do think that it's going to be bigger than the last time. We got to dive in on their earnings on the last quarter. And their earnings were actually pretty good. GameStop did pretty well for itself. Like I said, Mr. Cohen is really trying to take the company in a very good direction altogether. Even analysts in themselves have said that GameStop is probably not going to go bankrupt. Mr. Cohen taking things, trying to make it everything a little bit more digital altogether for GameStop as an overall company. The reason I think he's doing this is because he's trying to digitally innovate GameStop as an overall company, get rid of the brick and mortar stores that are not making that much money and costing the company lots and lots of money. Analyzing GameStop's overall cash statements, they have a decent amount of cash on hand that they're using a lot to kind of innovate the overall company, which is very, very good for GameStop. But I know a lot of people are holding GameStop stock because they want the stock to go through a short squeeze. Like I said, it is possible for GameStop stock to go through another short squeeze. I think it will be bigger than the last one, but the stock does have to be put under the right circumstance to be able to go through a short squeeze. And what do I mean by this? I mean the price has to be right. People have to start getting scared for people to kind of start covering their positions once again. I know when GameStop stock did hit the all-time highs around the $460, people started new short positions on the overall stock, meaning that for GameStop, people took the opportunity to start shorting the stock once again. So if it wants to resurface those prices, if it wants to resurface those highs, GameStop has to be put in a better predicament than it is now. Like I said, looking at the 1 month chart, it's down 48.96% of its value, even here getting all the way down to about 56% of its value in the last month. A lot of people are not really buying GameStop right now. There's nothing really going on with the stock. There's nothing really going on in the media about GameStop altogether. So a lot of people are not buying it. We do have a little bit of sell-off starting to happen with GameStop. Nothing major, but most of the people who are holding GameStop stock, like I said, are people who bought the stock super early and they're not selling the stock, or bought the stock at a high super average or a high average in general and are refusing to sell the stock. But there's not much buying coming into GameStop right now, which is why we do see not really sideways trading, but some sort of a sideways trading pattern when it comes to GameStop over the last couple of months. And I know a lot of people are going to ask, when is the short squeeze going to happen then if GameStop is going to go through another short squeeze? Well, that's the thing with a short squeeze. You can't really time when a short squeeze is actually going to happen. The reason I say this is because, timing is very impeccable. You cannot really time when a stock is going to go up or down. It's all based off news that comes out every day. With GameStop, like I said, it has not really had much great news over the last couple of weeks, so the stock really has not been doing anything. But I do see that if Mr. Cohen does get appointed to CEO, that the stock is gonna rally, and a lot more people are gonna be flooded in back into GameStop stock in general. So I do see a lot more upside potential for the overall company, especially because it continues to digitally innovate and it continues to basically make a name for itself. And now that GameStop has a lot more media attention altogether, I do think that the stock is in a great position to actually be able to go through a short squeeze and actually make a decent recovery as well as far as the company goes. But if that's my overall opinion on GameStop, and like I said, my overall price prediction for GameStop, I do think, like I said, if GameStop stock does go through a short squeeze, my overall price prediction is definitely going to be higher than last time. I do think that GameStop stock will hit over $1,000 if it does go through a short squeeze, because people have to cover so many millions of short positions, so many millions of shares at high prices like $300-$400. This is enough to drive the stock price up. This is enough to drop the stock price up to higher levels, because like I said, the first squeeze we got was a pretty good squeeze, but now that the stock price is higher and the short were kind of taking place at higher prices, now they have to cover each share is worth $435. So this is going to continuously drive the stock price up, and it's going to throw it in more of a short motion. This is why I do think that the stock price is going to be higher on the second short squeeze time around. And if GameStop does go through another short squeeze, I know that it's going to be, well, like I said, well over $1,000. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of GameStop stock. Do you guys think GameStop stock is going to go through another short squeeze? If it does, if you guys think it's going to go through a short squeeze, what price do you guys think it's going to go to? If you guys own GameStop stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.